This is a piece I wrote. I hope you enjoy. When was the last time you made a mistake? I want you to think about that for a second. I would guarantee that most of you knew exactly what happened and when and where, but in truth asking that question made me a mistake, but I wouldn't know. I have autism, and if you looked at me confused on how I am up here or how I am speaking, that is emblematic of the problem that's perpetuated through populations and generations, and the misunderstanding of neurodivergent folks like myself and our minds that don't have a slot in the boxes or world, and the basic understanding that people tick or act different can prevent some of the perpetual violence by police and those that believe Hitler had a point. But I digress, as the degradation of our people and communities are not specific to those neurodivergent like myself, but those without the privilege of being quote-unquote normal, to be targeted by those not in our group and some within as formerly myself. I lived my life as the most quote-unquote normal person and kept making mistakes as I didn't know who I was, and due to the box put in by my youth, my mind was corrupted with hatred for myself and those like me, with the idea that those not in the box are less than. As such, I hated myself and those like me, and many times had planned to take my own life for the hatred of who I was. Until someone helped me. They gave me a place to learn part of who I was, and that I liked more than just women. But as our friendship continued, the gap in my personhood that I had yet to uncover made things perpetually more painful. I would try to be the person I was supposed to be, the person I thought I was, but I couldn't. I didn't understand the complex prospect of boundaries not boundless, and as such caused my failure to understand what made them uncomfortable and pitifully pushed them away. And crying months later, my mother told me I was not meant to understand those things, and I had autism. I didn't know what that was. I want to put that into perspective for those of you without the realization of a lifetime. My world came crashing down as I began to understand. My mind couldn't understand what was happening in the same way as those around me, and I had been trained to say sorry even when I didn't do anything wrong or didn't know what I had done, as that was the only way people wouldn't hate me, and as such when that didn't work I didn't know what to do, and I couldn't understand why. I couldn't understand it, and I finally did. Who I was, why I had failed for so many years, and I wanted to take my life right there, for I knew how much I had suffered and how much more I would need to suffer to heal, and yet the biggest question I ever had been answered. Why was I not normal? Because I wasn't. I hope you enjoyed